Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this MakeID E1 label printer. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So let's get this open. Here we have the label maker, have a manual, and we have a USB Type-C charge cable. Get this open. So I'll plug this in and get it started charging. So to charge this, you can use a cell phone charger or other USB charger. So it's currently charging at 0.48 amps. So while that's charging, let's take a quick look at the manual. So we have about 8 pages of manual in English. I'm guessing other languages are similar. So it has some cautions here. This talks about the different parts of the label printer. You can pause and read through those. This talks about installing the labels. It says a built-in cutter. It talks about powering it on. Here's a diagram showing the different parts of the screen. This talks about creating labels. This does have a Bluetooth app, so you can create labels on your phone or tablet and print them on the printer. This details how to do that, and I'll cover that in this video. This talks about charging it, and here's some troubleshooting. So let's take a closer look at this. So we have some plastic on the screen. I'll pull that off. So here we have a QWERTY keyboard, has rubberized buttons, has power here. It also has different function buttons. It has menu, looks like rotate, icon, symbols, a direction pad. Let's go to the back side. We'll pull this open, and here we have the labels. So let's get these installed. So I'm going to peel this open, and you can see the clear cellophane here. We'll pull this past the cutter, like so. I'll clip it closed. Then I'll press the cutter. Oops, there's a little slippery there. Typically you would not hold it upside down while you're cutting labels. But it has these rubber feet on the bottom. So I'll flip it back over, so that gives it some grip. Okay, so let's turn this on and test it out. So I'll press the power button. Looks like I probably need to hold it down. There we go. Let's turn my light off or down. Okay, so that is backlit. So you can see it in the dark, but it's very easy to see it in the light too. So it has different languages. Looks like we have English, French, German, Spanish, and Italian. I'll hit OK on English. Now we can type something in here. So I can type a name. Let's print this. And there we printed a label. So the back on this is split to make it easier to peel the label off, as you can see. So let's enter in a fake address here. So I'll hit enter. Okay, so I have 3 lines there. Let me print this. So we got all 3 lines on there. So you could use this for return address labels. Let's hit the save button here, and we'll hit OK. Looks like we saved it. Let's go back to the file, and here we have that label. So that looks nice. Looks like we can save things here. So let me delete this. Looks like I can hit Shift, Delete, restart from scratch. Let's try some icons. So we have little emojis here. So here's some bananas. We can change the font size. So up in the upper left here, it might be kind of hard to see, but there's a point size. So let's do 28. And let's act like we're dating these. So we'll say 6. And then I want slash, so I'll say shift period. And I'll say 1423. Let's print that. And here we have the label with the banana and the date on it. So let's look at the menu here. Here we have some different settings. We have label length, we have units, label width. So these are 16mm labels that it comes with. We have our language, density, brightness. Those are system settings. Let's go up to the text settings. And here we have the font. So we have different font styles. Now if you want to go back, there's a little back arrow here. Here we have alignment, word spacing, mirror, font size, and font style. Now I've just been doing capitals. Let me do lowercase here. So we have the different fonts up here. Let's do a serif font. Let's do that one. We're still large. Let's do bold. So we can rotate these if we want. We can also put a frame around them. Let's go with that one. Let's print that out. And there we have a label with a frame around it. So this can also connect to the MakeID app. So I've downloaded that in the App Store and I have it up here. So I'll go to the upper right and I'll choose the E1 printer. I'll say yes. Then I'll hit connect. It will say add a device. I'll hit connect. Now you may get permissions the first time you run it, asking if it can use Bluetooth and such. So now we'll open up the printer. We can see the information on the printer. We can see the state of charge is 100%. Below that we have create label. So I have the 16mm label installed. I'll click the arrow next to it. Let's make a label. I'll tap on text. I'll say purchased March 23rd, 2022. Okay, so I have a label I created here. Let's go back into that text. Let's change the font. So it has different fonts here. We can download new ones right in the app. We can also change the layout. So we can make it bold, italic, underlined. We can add a sticker. You can also add a picture, painting, or frames. It has time, QR code, or barcode. So let's try printing this. So it looks like it's going to get cut off in the preview. Oh, and I see here because we have the dashed lines. So we'll go into that text and we'll make it a little smaller. Now it fits within the confines of that. We'll move the icon over. Let's look where we're at. Okay, let's try that again. That looks better. Let's print it. And there we have our label. Now in the app we could save this, then we could go to history and we can see our saved labels. So if we ever want to print this one again, we can go in here and pull it up and print it. So that's the MakeID E1 label printer. I really like the features of this. It has that built-in keyboard so you can just type your label out right on the device. If you want a little more detail, you can go into the app. It's nice that this has a rechargeable battery in it so you don't have to be putting batteries in it all the time. You can just charge it up with USB Type-C. The screen was super easy to read and it has that backlight, so if you're in a dark area, you can still see it. So if you're using this for a wiring closet or something, you're maybe labeling some network equipment and it's not real bright, you can easily see that screen. This would also be good for crafts in a kitchen. You could put expiration dates on things. You could put tags on Christmas gifts or make return address labels. It's very versatile. Now I didn't cover all the features. There are some other features like you can print continuous labels, like if you want to print a lot of the same label, you can do that. But I found it very easy to use and I think this is a great option if you're looking for a small portable label maker. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.